Hey, everybody. Welcome aboard. Hey, thanks for showing up at the Sober Spot. I'm Danny Lansdale, and thanks for showing up, you guys. So, today's topic is one day at a time. You know, we hear that shit all the time. One day at a time. One day at a time, just for today. You know, you, that's like super important. If you really wrap your brain around it, it's super important one day at a time. Because you know what the most important day of your life is? Today. this right here. This is the most important day of your life right now. You know what the most important moment of your life is? Right now. This moment. Not because you're watching this, but every moment is super important. Every day is super important, and the most important day is today. So, really, if you really contemplate that, there's a question you should ask yourself. If today is the only day I got, therefore being the most important day ever, if this moment is the most important moment I got, because we're always in the present moment, how are we treating it? How are we treating this moment, this day? You know, everyone wants, there's a weird thing, is everyone wants this happiness thing. You know, everyone wants to be super happy. They want to be happy, joyous, free, confident, strong. They want to have a life of meaning and purpose. They want to freaking feel good every day. And that's what everybody wants. But the weird thing is every day most people are telling themselves they're unhappy. So if today is the most important day of my life and I'm telling myself every freaking day, this day, that I'm unhappy and I'm miserable and that I blame circumstances and situations and I blame people and places and things, this road that I just put myself on of unhappiness is not the road to achieve happiness. And then we get into the habit of this negative state of being. Oh, look at that. Hey, yo, I'm going to share with you guys something. And I think it's so fucking funny. You know, sometimes I get a lot of negative comments on here. And it is just so, I don't, it's so weird. You know, I will never talk shit on anybody's program. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care if they're doing Kundalini, Kung Fu, whatever faith they're in. If they have found happiness, meaning, freedom, and purpose in their life, God bless them. You know, I'm not gonna talk shit on them. Like, I'm not. You know, but I get these people that want to talk crap and make some weird comments, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, and it's just so freaking evident. It's like, well, it appears to me that whatever program you're working seems to, you have seemed to find some joy and happiness, or maybe you just scroll and look for garbage, and you know what I mean, or perceive something that you think and just want to talk a bunch of hate stuff out there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that makes you happy. And if it does, I don't know. Keep handling that. It's so ridiculous. All right, so let's go into some of these comments, you guys. And hey, just an FYI, this is just going to be a little shorty. I'm speaking over at the Salvation Army. I'm speaking, they really, you know, it's a good place. You know, the people that are in there, yeah, they're working their asses off and stuff, but they're staying straight and they're freaking, and they're adding some value and they're overcoming the things that was screwed up inside. And I really like that place. It's cool. You know, they help a lot of people, you know. All right, so let's look at some of this stuff. Miller Brown. At 60, I may not ever heal. I'm afraid. You know, fear is difficult. I don't know what you're going through, brother. I don't know if it's healing your spirit, healing your heart, healing your soul. Or if you got some kind of thing going on with you. But I'm going to say this about fear. Fear, fuck fear. I know it's super easy to say with whatever you're going through, but fear adds no value to our lives. You know, it's like, hey, and plus, you're 60, okay? And please correct me if I'm wrong. Well, there's no place to correct me. But hey, Miller, you've been through some shit in your life. You've been through some gnarly shit. I'm just assuming, but you're 60 and you've lived on this planet and you have gone through ups and downs. I'm sure you've experienced tragedies and failures in your life. So you know what that tells me? That tells me that you're fucking strong. You are stronger than you think you are. Hey, you ain't gonna let whatever you're going through right now defeat you. You are just seek the freaking light. Reflect on your mind and reflect on the fact that you have 100% success rate at getting through difficult times. You wouldn't be on here if you didn't fucking get through all of them. Hold on to that truth. I promise you are stronger than you believe and you can heal. But the fear, it actually disturbs whatever pain you're in. The fear. You know, we got to nip that in the bud, you know, and just take yourself back to the past and know that you've gotten through everything and you're still going to get through this. Don't give up. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Hey, Miller, I wasn't laughing at that. I'm laughing at this other comment. Unconquered healing. Unconquered healing's quote. A cult is a cult is a cult. Enjoy your cult. I love that so much. Hey, you know, actually, I mean, if we were a cult, we'd be having bazillions of freaking dollars, and we would be living in a freaking island somewhere. You know, it's not a very good cult if you're asking people for $1 to put in the basket. Hey, another thing about cults is, you know, I actually know a little bit about this. Cult usually always has an antagonist. Something that they're standing up against. You know, some enemy out there. Us against the world. There's some perceived enemy out there, whether it's other religions or other faiths or society or the government or the jail. There's some freaking enemy out there, and we're special, and we have to stand up and fight them or whatever, or hide from them or whatever it is. Some perceived enemy. You know what's so cool about AA? In AA 12 recovery, you know who the freaking enemy is? Me. My fears, my insecurities, my problems, my anger, my hate, my jealousy, my greed. I am manifesting the enemy within. I am the problem. We don't go out to the bars and stand up with a bunch of signs going, you are hurting people. We don't go to the connections and stand out in front of the connection and go, hey, stop selling drugs, stop. That's not the enemy. The enemy is my fucked up, angry, irritated feelings inside. My hate. My sadness. My loneliness. So yeah, you can call it a cult all you want. I mean, hey, if you loved making that comment and that helped you on your journey, right on. Right on. Unconquered healing. Okay, here's another one. Psych ward shoddy. It works if they let you do it. No one will sponsor me or take me through the steps because I'm on Subutex. Well, here's the thing. You know, like you will never hear me say staying on Suboxone, methadone, whatever is not sober. I'm not going to say that. It's up to the own individual's freaking journey. I can't really sponsor someone if they're going to stay on Suboxone because I don't have any experience with staying on a medication like that and working steps. I don't know. I'm sure there are people out there. But the deal with Suboxone and methadone and these substances is like I shot a lot of heroin in my life. Oh, I got to be careful with that. I shot a lot of not good stuff, and I was physically addicted bad for years. And I no longer wanted to keep stabbing myself over and over and over again just so I could stay well. Because I wasn't getting loaded anymore. I was just staying well. It was past the point of like having a good time with it. It was just staying well so I don't freaking crap my pants, so I don't crap my pants and go through withdrawal. And so now when I get when I get into a program, they want to put me on this substance that if I stop taking it, I'm going to crap my pants. So I'm a big fan of buprenorphine, Subutex, Suboxone, Sublocade. I'm a big fan of that stuff. If it's a tape, because it helps. It helps. Going from day one, you know what I mean? When you're kicking, it helps a lot. But personally, I'm just not a fan of like staying on that shit forever. I'm not, because now I'm just staying on a substance and I'm physically addicted to this thing now, and I'm not giving myself a chance. I'm staying on this crutch thing, and I don't know. I've never really, I don't know, but I'm sure that there's people out there that will sponsor you. You gotta keep asking. I don't know what crowd you got with. But if you have an end game, I know that there's people. But if you want to stay on that, maybe find a sponsor that's doing lifetime maintenance and reach out. I'm sure they're out there, and see how that goes. But I promise you this: it's better to work steps while you're on that stuff than absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? I had a guy on methadone one time that told me, "Hey, Danny," so because I was like really playing hardball, like, "Bro, I'm not gonna make it. I don't like that. I don't agree with that stuff." Blah 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 blah. And he looked at me, and he goes, "So what do you want me to do? Not go to meetings, not work any steps, just hang out and wait till I taper down, and then after I'm tapered down and after I'm free, then show up to the freaking meetings?" And I'm like, he's all, "Don't you think it'd be better if I worked steps and freaking got in that book and went to meetings and shared while I'm still on this stuff?" He's all, "I don't plan on being on it forever." I told him, "You're right. You're right. Hell yeah. Show up. Show up, get in that book, read that book, do some stuff, whatever." But I don't really believe in the long term. Personally, that's just me, in my opinion. I don't believe in the long term maintenance. I don't. I don't want to stay physically addicted to a substance that if I get off of, I'm going to physically withdraw and crap on myself and go through pain. So that's what I got on that. Keep lurking ho. 1,260 days sober and stuck in the same spot. Please help. Okay, this is a good one. You're stuck in the same spot. Life, and I probably get from that is that you're bored. You're frustrated. Life doesn't have a bunch of freaking meaning. You're stuck. You're not like it's just not. You're sober, but you're not cool. I get it. I get it. I get it a lot. I've been sober 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, a year. I got a year and a half stone cold sober with all these rehabs that I went to. And it was never great. It was never amazing until, I'm going to say this thing over and over again, until I got through all 12 steps. I learned about step 6 and 7, which is releasing the negative energies that are within me, releasing my boredom, my fear, frustration, and releasing that. And then I learned about prayer and meditation and actually focusing my energies on my heart center and releasing, letting go instead of fighting and adding confusion to the fear and the pain that I was going through. And then steps, 8 and 9, going and making amends, sitting down with people that I freaking fucked over and sitting down and making these amends with these people, because that aligns you with your moral compass. There's great power in making those freaking amends, because the disease don't want you to make amends. The disease don't want you to clean up. They just want you to ignore it. But when you go bravely, courageously make these amends, it adds so much spiritual light in your soul. I promise. And then step 10, checking myself every day. Where am I angry? Where am I pissed off? Who did I hurt? Where was I selfish, dishonest, uncertain, self-seeking? Where was I just wrapped up in my own shit all day? And then I got to have an outlet for that. That is what these rooms that are all around the planet, it's obviously working. It's working for millions of people. Is a great, badass platform to freaking go and be of service, to go get out of yourself, to go shake somebody's hand that has 5 days, to listen to their story, to buy them a cup of coffee, to buy them a burger, to give them a pack of smokes, to tell them I got 9 days, because I firmly believe that the wisdom that we have achieved through the pain and suffering of our past, we've achieved a lot of freaking suffering, man. Like, we have freaking, I like to think that we're a little deeper than most people. We have suffered in the darkest realms ever. And that wisdom of that pain and suffering, when you turn that into actual wisdom to not relive that shit, and you climb out of that hole and then you're sober, I believe that wisdom, if it's not used to help other people, that pool will stagnate. So you got a pool of wisdom in you, and if you're not feeding it to other people, then that thing gets stagnant. And that's what happened to me. It got stagnant, and I was bored, irritated, frustrated. People were bugging me, and I thought I just needed to go to the gym more. I thought I just need a better paying job. I thought that I just need this chick. And then other times I thought I need to just get rid of this chick. I thought all this stuff. So I really recommend that you show up at some rooms, if you can, and share your wisdom. Hey, real quick. Keep lurking, oh. Listen, you have wisdom. You have suffered. Please share that with other people and tell them how you climbed out and got fucking 1,260 days. It'll make all the difference in the world for you, because you will be adding value to people instead of stuck in yourself. Cool. Tim Mao. Being is always becoming. Hey man, my father died in 2013 after 10 years sober. Can you please shout him out? Ray Ping. He achieved 10 years sober. I'm sorry your father passed. Hey Tim, I'm sorry your father passed. I don't know what your circumstance or situation is, but if you're on here and you're seeking or searching or in recovery, your father's proud of you. You're a good man today. I just wanted to let you know that. I'm sorry, and he had 10 years sober. Super badass. I'm sure he's impacted a lot of people in those 10 years. God bless your dad. Okay, we have here light in the darkness. I have lost my way and don't know if I can make it back this time. You've been in darkness before. You've been in darkness many times, maybe. Can you find your way? Guess what? You wouldn't have made your name light in the darkness if you didn't have some freaking hope. Pay attention to that. You are the light in the darkness. Maybe it's a little dim. Maybe it's a little corrupted. Maybe you're stuck, but that light will grow. You're looking at yourself with this dim little light right now, right? So you're like lost. Dim little light right now. It's not glowing very brightly, and I'm stuck, and I don't think I can find my way. Well, you know that you can feed that light to where it will become brighter. All it takes is the first freaking step. Your light might be dim, but I promise you, you're a human being with the light of love and courage and bravery. And then you got a little bit of caca going over that, and you will find the light. You wouldn't have made your name light in the darkness. Light in the darkness. Maybe it's a little dim right now, but I promise you, you will keep seeking, you will keep finding, and you will become the light in major darkness. This little journey that you just went through right now, it's just important. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. But I know that it's important for your journey. It's important for you to go through some suffering right now. But you will find your way. You will find your way. Just get with some people that have found their way and let them guide you. Let them put some more light in your fire. No one of us is as strong as all of us. Together we recover. By ourselves, we discover some not cool stuff. Hey, hang in there, light in the darkness. Hang in there. Okay, keep seeking. You wouldn't have posted if you weren't still seeking. If you seek, you will find. Keep looking. Keep holding on. Keep the faith. What else we got? Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Richard King. Dude, right? A fifth a day. Richard, you don't get freaking 20 months sober. You're a freaking chronic alcoholic. You know what I mean? Dude, that is so rad, right? When you look back on it, dude, I get goosebumps thinking about your journey. Drinking a fifth a day was gnarly. Like gnarly. Like that's like, I'm gonna die type shit. And here you are, 20 months freaking solid and sober. Dude, that's miracle shit. That is transformation. Big time. I'm sure your family was probably through with you. They were so fucking, they were so mad at you and so bummed and so scared. You know, and today, they're sleeping good right now. Hey, right on, Richard. Cool stuff. Oh, this is a freaking Ryan. Ryan Doucette. Hey, look at. Hey, what 12-step program did you do? The NA one or the AA one? Well, here's the deal. You know, I've actually done both, you know, but this last time I came in with my sponsor, you know, I'm going to say some stuff that's probably going to bug some people. I hope. I mean, I don't know. It's my story. If it bugs you, give me a thumbs down. I don't know. Whatever. I'll be just fine. Hey, so NA and AA, they're both 12-step programs. NA and AA, they're both 12-step programs. They're both to relieve you of the suffering within that compels us to drink and use, that compels us to look at this life and freaking find it very unsatisfactory, that compels us to keep messing with a substance to find some relief. So, you know, this last time I did the 12 steps out of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, okay? I am very familiar with the 12 steps of NA, very. And I can speak on both of them. When I go to an NA meeting, I say clean. When I go to an AA meeting, I say sober. So here's the weird thing, and this is what I'm going to say, that be ready for it. Some people don't like it. You know what the difference between an alcoholic and an addict is? Nothing. An alcoholic is a person that's addicted to alcohol. They are physically addicted to alcohol. Doesn't that make them an addict? An addict is a person that uses drugs alcoholically. And then it turns out it's not the gin, it's not the whiskey, it's not the heroin, it's not the crank, it's not the acid, it's not the wild turkey, it's none of that shit. It's me. I have negative traumas and dramas within me that gotta go. If it was just about putting a plug in a jug and now I'm gonna be amazing, well then great. I did go to one meeting one time, and this guy, you know, and I was new, and I'm not saying go to an AA meeting and then just get into a long drug-a-log, or go to an NA meeting and talk about being sober, and, you know, I'm not, you know, talk about feelings, because that's what's really, it's all about, is we want to feel good. We feel like shit. We feel like shit so much that we want to drink, you know. This feeling overpowers us, and we drink or take drugs, okay? So I did go to this meeting one time, and I'll share this with you. I went to a meeting one time, and this guy, and I was new, and it was an AA meeting, and I shared about heroin. I can't say that word, but you guys get what I say, what I mean. I shared about those other substances. And then I had this dude come jam me up after the meeting, and he goes, you know, this is Alcoholics Anonymous. We don't freaking blah, blah, blah. And he was just being a dick. Super condescending, trying to make me feel super uncomfortable and all this stuff. And I told him, this. I go, alls I know. No, first thing I asked him, I had a little light bulb in my head, and I asked him if, how did they, I asked him if he was an addict. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm an alcoholic, I'm not an addict. And then I asked him, well, weren't you addicted to alcohol? And then I told him, all I know is I've never been a blackout drinker. I've never had the freaking shakes. I've done lots of substances with my booze and all this stuff my whole life. And all I know is I went through these 12 steps as outlined in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. I worked every step with a sponsor who took me through that book. I read that freaking book. I practiced those principles in most of my affairs, for all my affairs, and I've achieved a life beyond my wildest freaking dreams. I have never been more happy, joyous, and free in my entire freaking life. And then I asked that dude, did I read the wrong book? Am I in the wrong meeting? It turns out it's not those substances. I have an obsession of the mind and body. I'm spiritually sick, and it keeps making me take these substances. Now, and I really get super, only a couple little things can really get me butthurt. When a newcomer comes into a meeting and shares about drugs, or goes to an AA meeting and shares about alcohol and says sober, and then people jam that person up and get very judgmental, condescending, start tearing them apart like that. I did go to a meeting one time, and I told this dude that was doing that to this guy, you know what I mean, because he got up in the meeting and he had like 13 days. And he got up there and he talked about drugs in an AA meeting. And then the guy got so shitty with him afterwards and then the guy was walking and he got so shitty, and I seen him over there and he got so shitty with him, the dude turns around and starts walking out, and I ran up to that dude. I go, how about I just give you a gun and you blow that dude's brains out? Because the last refuge in that young man's life might be an AA meeting. And you have just soured him so much that he will never come back to an AA meeting. And then I ran after that kid, and I told that kid, I go, hey bro, check this out. Come here. Fuck that dude. And I got his number, and we started talking, and it's cool. So I know some people ain't gonna like that, and that's okay. I've just found
Last one, I think.
I've just found great happiness in the 12-step program, and I'm not going to mince hairs. NA works for NA, AA works, CA, CMA, whatever. It's 12 steps, man.
Last question.
I have a question. Oh, wait. Unofficial sponsor. I don't know what that means, but okay. Okay. Maybe you're just, anonymous. I have a question. I have a speech on September 13th. I haven't done this ever. Any pointers? Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I don't know what your speech is on. I don't know what your speech is going to be about. I don't know how long it's going to be. But I want to tell you this. Bullet points. Bullet points. I'm going to say it again and again and again. Bullet points. Make sure that you can wrap your brain around some bullet points that you could talk about, and then also anchor points. An anchor point is when you get up there, you all of a sudden lose your way, you don't know what you're saying, you don't know where to go, and you start freezing up before you have an anchor point. Something that you can confidently talk about. Whether it's, I don't know what your speech is on, whether it's your mom, whether it's your sponsor, whether it's recovery, whether it's the steps, whether it's baking, sailing, something. Just go, okay, if I freeze, I'm going to hold on to this anchor point, and I'm going to revert back to that anchor point. It will save your freaking life. And also bullet points. And then also, make sure you speak from the heart. Don't sit up there and read your shit. I mean, I just come on, I've been doing this for a minute, and I don't know where I'm going to go sometimes. But I do my best to speak from my heart. I don't sit there and read a bunch of stuff, and just let it flow, bro. And if it turns out to be an amazing speech, awesome. If it turns out to be a horrible speech, awesome, because that'll just tell you got some stuff to learn because you're going to keep doing this. Everyone that started anything sucked at it in the beginning. I didn't speak like this all the time. I just, just been doing it for a minute. Anchor, bullet points, and an anchor. Make sure you have an anchor that you could resort back to and talk about confidently. We got anything else?
Time.
Okay, you guys, we're going to wrap that thing. Oh, we got to wrap it up right now. I'm going to go speak over there at the Salvation Army. It's going to be great. And God bless you, and thank you so much. Remember, every Tuesday.
6 p.m.
Are we able to do 5 p.m.?
Yeah.
Can we do 5 p.m.? Are we able to post that and let people know 5 p.m.? 5 p.m. is just a little bit easier. Okay. Hey, you guys, 5 p.m. every week. Please put some questions out there. Make some comments. Put some questions out there. We'll review them, go over them, get them out there, and then I will do my best. I don't know everything, and everything that I do know is just my personal experience and my opinion. And I never claim. I realize I know only a little bit. I just know how to go from a sad, depressed weirdo into a happy weirdo. Because I am, and it's so weird. Stone cold sober and happy. That's like an oxymoron. Anyway, hey, God bless you guys. Have a wonderful, blessed, badass day. And you are enough, and you are totally 100% worth it. I believe in you. Thank you. And we're good? Okay.